From the Atlantic across the savannah to the Sahara, we rise, a land of the free, we know they tire. We dream great, our spirit is undying.
Resilient, rooted like palm tree, we sway in colors, with undying demand. We make solutions, we ignite passion, yeah. Ethnicity is unique, we are more than just a nation.
We are Nigeria, strengthening unity. We know they carry love. We are Nigeria, together live the dream of a land with great destiny. We are Nigeria.
I am the Real Nigerian. Brought to you by the National Orientation Agency, NOA.
From the Atlantic across the savannah to the Sahara, we rise, a land of the free, we know they tire. We dream great, our spirit is undying.
Resilient, rooted like palm tree, we sway in colors, with undying demand. We make solutions, we ignite passion, yeah. Ethnicity is unique, we are more than just a nation.
We are Nigeria, strengthening unity. We know they carry love. We are Nigeria, together live the dream of a land with great destiny. We are Nigeria.
I am the Real Nigerian. Brought to you by the National Orientation Agency, NOA.
The coherence between youth and sports is multifaceted. Youth stand the opportunity to benefit more when they get vitally involved in sporting activities. A few among these benefits include physical development and the likes of lifetime skills such as teamwork, communication, discipline, and problem solving. In terms of social benefit, it provides the opportunity for the children to socialize, building friendships and developing a sense of belonging. Wherever you're watching, I warmly welcome you to yet another interesting package of your most educative sports program on television, Sports Health and Wellness. Of course, we're reaching you from the NK Sports 24 right here at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja, the Nigerian Federal Capital City. My name is Tewase Idayema. And on today's episode, we are treating a very important topic for all the youths and the younger ones. And the topic is youth and sports. building a healthy foundation. Yeah, I guess we will be joining us virtually in just a moment. But before he does that, we have a background report put together by our very own Olalekan Kilajulu. Let's take a look at the background report before I introduce my guests to you.
Sports are inextricably linked in building a healthy foundation for individuals and communities. Engaging in sports promotes physical and mental well-being, fosters social skills, and provides valuable life lessons, contributing to overall development and positive outcomes for younger people. Sports participation significantly reduces the risk of non-communicable diseases like heart disease and obesity, while improving cardiovascular health and bone density among our youths. Why should youths of nowadays participate in sports?
So when you have all these games going on and the youths are engaged and are taking part in all these events, you find out that the nation is free from all the social vices that we find ourselves in because they are engaged. And you know, like they say, when you don't have anything to do, you become the devil's workshop, and I do mine is the devil's workshop.
Crucial to get young people involved in sports. As a nation, the benefit is so huge. For instance, it helps to get youth off crime. You discover that for a number of states, whenever a sporting festival like the National Sports Festival is ongoing now in the state, the crime rate actually most times reduces.
Sports can be used as a platform to address social issues such as poverty, violence, and discrimination. By promoting physical activity, sports can help to prevent unhealthy behaviors and promote overall well-being. In conclusion, youth and sports offer a powerful combination for building a healthy and thriving foundation for individuals and communities. By promoting participation in sports, we can empower young people, improve their physical and mental health, and foster a generation of responsible and engaged citizens. On this episode of Sports Health and Wellness, our guest will shed more light on why youth need to actively participate in sports because of its numerous benefits.
Quite interesting background reports put together there by Olalekan Kilajolo. Thank you so much. Yes, before we went on that, I told you we'll be introducing our guest on the show today. Will be joining us virtually, and I'm talking about a known other person, but a regular, let me say, regular face on the show, Dr. Olajide Adebola, as the President, National Association of Sports Medicine, who is also, taking part, getting vitally involved at the National Sports Festival in Ogun State. Doctor, a very good morning to you, and thanks for joining us on the show this morning.
Good morning, Tewashe, our dependable host of the NTA Sports Health and Wellness Program in partnership with the Nigerian Association of Sportsmen.
Doc, your face look very, very bright this morning. We know that you're joining us live from Abeokuta, where the National Sports Festival is taking place. Before we go into the main topic of discussion, can you quickly give us a rundown of the activities, what's happening? How is Abeokuta this morning, sir?
Well, I'm currently in Nation, Babcock University at the Games Village. That's where I'm currently this morning. A lot of activities are going on this morning. Cycling has started. Swimming has also commenced at various locations. Weightlifting also is taking place at Shagamu at the moment. But I'm at the Safe Sports Zone of the Safeguard Commission of the Nigerian Olympic Committee at the moment. So I had to step aside to be part of today's program and then talk about youth. The National Sports Festival has gathered youth from all across Nigeria, and it's important that we talk how to build a healthy foundation for them to see that they don't just become physically active when there's a sports competition, but encourage them to be active all through their youthful periods as they grow to become adolescents for lifelong health benefits.
That's quite interesting, quite interesting. This topic is actually coming at a very, right time where we got youths across the country converge in Ogun State. And yeah, the topic is youth and sports building a healthy foundation. Now, my first question is, why is it very important, so important to engage physical activities among children and adolescents at the early stage?
Yes, because a recent study from Harvard University analysis showed that for every 1,620 naira that you spend in introducing physical activity to a general population, whether it be youths or older adults, you are making healthcare cost savings of 5,300 naira. That is huge savings. When you take away 1,620 from 5,300 naira, you see that you are saving about 3,000 plus. So therefore, there's an economic benefit in terms of cost savings for the individuals, for the families, the households, and for the country and our expenditures on healthcare as a whole. So it's very important to encourage physical activity among children and adolescents because it will help them in later life to build strong bones and ensures their muscles can maintain a healthy weight so that they don't develop what we call non-communicable diseases. Things like hypertension, diabetes, other chronic diseases like obesity and hypertension can lead to hypertensive heart diseases, and later in life, arthritis, etc. So beyond the physical benefits of exercise, it improves also their emotional well-being as they grow, and then it helps with their mental health, mental alertness to cope with the stress of day-to-day activities. Also helps in social engagement. It's an opportunity to build leadership culture through physical activity and health, improve their mental health. They can improve their academic performance.
Okay, Doc, yes, we know that generally exercise and other physical activities are beneficial to, the human body. But definitely some must be, more beneficial than others. So talking about this, do we have types or what types of physical activities are most beneficial for children and adolescents?
Again, like we have talked about in the previous episodes, in terms of prescribing exercises for older adults, the same applies for our children. It's a mix of aerobic exercises and a mix of muscle strengthening exercises. What do I mean by aerobic exercises? Any exercises that makes your heart to pump blood out of its chambers faster, thereby increasing your heart rate over a period of time within the acceptable normal range is aerobic exercise. For instance, swimming, including cycling, that is ongoing here.
Doc, are you still there?
Also
it seems we're having some audio glitches with Doctor. all the way from Ogun State. Doc, can you still hear us loud and clear from the
I
studio?
can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. That must be the network here. So I was saying that this helps to strengthen their bones, and then other activities, including jumping in athletics, all the jumps, long, triple jump, as well as high jumps, and then those who involved in high impact sports like volleyball, basketball. So strengthening and aerobic exercises help them gradually build endurance, strength, flexibility, and coordination, and the agility needed for such activities. And again, physical activity is fun loving. It's fun. You need to be here at the National Sports Festival to see people, despite some of the challenges that is affecting in every sphere of our life at the moment. Sports that helps to unify these youth, and then you can see everybody being happy and celebrating. So it's fun, and then it's age appropriate to keep the youth engaged and motivate them for their personal health benefit.
All right. The conversation continues. We will be taking a quick break. Doctor, you will stay tuned, and we will come back shortly after the break, and the discussion will continue. Don't go away.
Glad to know that you're still there with us, and in case you're just tuning in, you're watching your most educative sports program on television, Sports Health and Wellness. Yes, the discussion continues with our guests who join us virtually all the way from Ogun State, the Games Village. It's Dr. Olaji Debola. Doc, are you still there with us?
Yes, I'm here at the Bangkok University Game Village, hosting over 15,000 athletes and officials for the 22nd National Sports Festival Gateway Game.
Yes, Doc. How can parents, schools, and communities support youth physical activities? Yes, we know that the parents, communities, and schools have a role to play. So, how can this, support youth physical activities?
It is not possible to build a healthy foundations for the future leaders of tomorrow, talking about our youth, without parental awareness and education, and also commitment and know-how on how to support youth physical activity. The schools also must be committed. School sports must not only return, school sports and physical activity spaces must go back to our schools. And the community is very important because that is where we all interact socially. So community sports centers needs to come back again at the local government level, the state level, and national level. As a matter of fact, Nigerian Association of Sports Medicine is working with the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, the Department of Public Health under the Non-Communicable Disease Division, and the Department of Traditional and Complementary Alternative Medicine for us to have a national physical activity and wellness plan, which includes engaging parents, schools, and community outreaches to improve physical activities of our youth. So parents must encourage active play at home. You need to limit the time your children spend watching devices, TV, mobile phones, tablets, laptop, and then be a role model by them by participating in certain physical activities. And then you don't really have to go out on the field most time. You can walk around in your sitting room, walk around in your yard, and you can have a green area in your area and go and throw some balls with them. That in itself inculcates the habit of physical activities in our children. Schools should ensure, as part of their subject, daily physical education activities. When we were growing up, I attended a local school management board primary school. We have days of physical education, and we have to come with different types of physical activity tools that they engage us with. That helps us a lot with development through our various stages of human development. So therefore, active exercise activities, extracurricular sports program by the school. Communities can provide safe sports environment, safe park, playing ground, and then they can organize youth competitions among themselves to promote physical activity. All of this will increase accessibility, okay, for our youth to engage in enjoyable by all children, including me. I'm a child, you know. There was.
All right, Doc, thank you very much. But we got some information that some athletes have been talking about the National Sports Festival in Ogun State. Some athletes have been disqualified for violating anti-doping rules. What's your reaction to this, Doctor?
Yes, we need to continue to educate. That's why Nigerian has signed into law. Our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GSF have signed into law the National Anti-Doping Act of 2025, and that makes Nigerians to be code compliant with WADA. We must deter, and then there must also be detection, and then we must be determined to ensure that the menace of doping activities is stopped through anti-doping activities. So the key thing is education. We'll tell our athletes, as part of preparations for games like this, even before games, go to ADEL website, ADEL website. You know, these are websites. Go to Athlete 365, where you have courses to understand the issues of doping, anti-doping, the substances that are prohibited, and some methods that are prohibited. And these lists come out every October, every year. There's a new list for the next physical year. So, and there's no excuses when it comes to anti-doping codes, the rules. Everybody must abide the rules. So if it's a friend that gives you a tom-tom or a sweet that is laced with banned substances in order to prevent you from competing, or whether it is in the food or the medicine you took and it was prescribed, you say every athlete is responsible for whatever is found in their body sample. So it's an admonition and an encouragement to an athlete. Don't be lazy when it comes to issues of anti-doping. Ensure that you know more about anti-doping, and if anybody is aiding you, either your entourage, your coaches, your officials, your medics, your healthcare personnel, your parents, whoever is teaching you that you need a performance enhancing substance, methods or drugs to perform, that is very wrong. If you have the energy by physical activity and you train in your sports rules and engagement, you can be the next world champion and an Olympic champion.
All right.
So it's so sorry and unfortunate for those athletes.
It's quite an unfortunate situation. But Doc, again, what is the Anti-Doping Association, or those are the hands or affairs concerning anti-doping rules violation, doing right now at the National Sports Festival concerning anti-doping?
As a matter of fact, you can see that they are working tirelessly to ensure that we have a clean sports in Nigeria. The essence of anti-doping is to promote the spirit of sportsmanship, the tenacity of the human spirit to compete in a very fair environment in sporting activities without cheating, but with integrity and honesty. So I commend the anti-doping team for them to be very proactive. We are just day 5 on the National Sports Festival, and we begin to see the results of the testing. You know, before now, some of these test samples have to be sent outside of Nigeria. Anti-doping activities has a real huge resources input for you to carry those activities out. So they continue to educate the athletes, and then we hope that the coaches and their guardians will do so, their entourage. I'm sure this will keep Nigerian sports safe and clean.
Okay, yeah, Doc, before I move into the situation at the National Sports Festival, I wanted to ask you, still concerning about parents supporting, children engaging in activities. But unfortunately, most parents pay less attention or don't even bother to engage the family in physical activities during the leisure hours. You could see some parents get engaged in watching home movies, or the children glued to television watching cartoons and all of that during their leisure time. What do you think? What's your take? What do you think should be done to discourage this glued to television and encourage physical activities?
Well, in order to reduce screen time, limiting screen time has many impacts, which are not positive on an individual, including an adult. You spend your quality productive hours just in front of the screen, and then time to do quality things that add values to yourself and your community, you won't have time for it. So it requires discipline, first of all, and before you can be disciplined about getting engaged intentionally.
We seem to have some network glitches again with Dr. Better. We must appreciate Doctor for finding time out of your busy schedule out there in Ogun State to join us on the program today. Yes, at the side of our package this morning, but always remember that you can be part of this conversation by sending in your questions, comments, and contributions to the email and phone numbers which are being displayed on your screen right now. For sponsorship, partnership, and advert placement, call the phone numbers on the email. Reach out to us via the phone numbers that are being displayed on your screen right now, and we will definitely oblige. Much thanks to our production team headed by Dr. Austin Edemodo, Technical Director Gabriel Kolo, our virtual set by Bade Adele. We have in the engineering unit, team of engineers headed by Elias Ubawa, audio by Ifabi Adebola, and my cameraman in the studio headed by Indubeze Nwanko, Kende Adedukun, and Ola Olafere. Who say to our viewers out there, we are so grateful for always having you at the other end. Let's do this again next Wednesday. I remain Tewase Igbayema. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.